Alright, we are into picks and bans for game number 3. You hear, Dota?
I believe so. Can you hear me?
Yep, I hear you loud and clear.
Okay. Okay, so we have a substitution in here. Tiny Tally taking a seat for Pudgemeister. What do you think about that?
At this point, I don't really think it's going to have too much of an impact. Tiny Tally, as we mentioned earlier, was just kind of showing up in team fights, not really doing too much outside of that. Really could have subbed him out for another person. Basically, he's just supposed to be a meat sack to protect KingGoldChainz.
Well, we see the Twitch ban. If I had to estimate, I would say it would be a Tristana ban coming out next.
Yeah, I think at this point you've tried to let these hyper carries through and it doesn't work.
I won't be denied.
But it will be the
okay,
Sejuani.
they fear the Sejuani again. I mean, AD Cutie. I guess Bamboozle is on the right track here because it's really hard to ban out all of King's champions, but I mean. But
the Twitch is probably the scariest, to be quite honest.
Yeah, and I think that they ban out the Xayah too. They're afraid of KingGoldChainz's Xayah. That's an interesting ban. I don't think that KingGoldChainz is overly proficient on that champion as much as he is on other champions, like the Tristana or the or even the Ashe. He's shown proficiency on Ashe as well.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see an early Tristana pick here. Maybe even first picking it? No, the Garen for Pudgemeister.
Pudgemeister. The Garen legend continues.
Giving an homage to Tiny Tally, his predecessor.
Illegal Jesus locks in this Caitlyn, looking for a bully lane bot lane. And if that's the case, I would assume they're going to take something like a Lulu or a
Janna, maybe?
A what?
A Janna for that extra AD in lane 2.
Potentially a Janna, but I'm thinking more something along the lines of like a caster that actually deals damage. Janna is not. Oh, if Cavendish gets this, no. Please have
Cavendish.
mercy.
KingGoldChainz, have mercy on Bamboozle.
Bamboozlers have families. Do not lock in this Kog'Maw. Please have mercy. But
this
it looks
is,
like they're...
okay.
They take the Orianna. They hover it. Maybe they're trying to get the psychological effect.
I don't know. If I'm Bamboozle, I ban that out in the pick bans
exactly.
here. There's no question about it.
Yep, you ban out Tristana and you ban out
the Cog.
Kog'Maw.
At that point, you've taken 5 AD carries off the table, including the Caitlyn pick, which is not too bad.
And if that's the case, if I had to guess based on what I've seen of KingGoldChainz, I'm going to assume he plays... Okay, they take Lulu. I'm going to assume that he takes Sivir here. But since they can't ban both Cog and Trist, obviously one of those two is open. He's going to play one of those two. The Jax ban is interesting. I'm assuming Illegal Jesus is a Jax main. Whether or not that's true or not, I don't know. But he's
it's every game, yeah.
The
Renekton, the Jax, and the Galio have been banned out every game. We'll see if they keep up the Galio ban.
I would assume so, because it seems like Illegal Jesus isn't maybe as confident as he could be on some of these other champions that they have been banning. These fighters, the Galio comes out as well. Good call.
5 for 5, every game. Same 5 bans coming out from AD Cuties.
And whether that's adaptation from them and knowing their strengths, or a failure to adapt from Bamboozle remains to be questioned. An interesting pick here, though, that has come out is the Bard. NyQuil does play a very terrifying Bard. A champion that I know whenever we're playing against him, I have to... Oh, the Kalista! Kalista comes out. The Kalista Alistar comp, if it does come out, is actually ridiculous, Mage.
This is going to be the Orianna ball on the Alistar popping in, the Jarvan knockup. This is going to be a massive bloodbath.
And
if he locks this in.
Those are the best games to cast because there's so much violence and so much aggression.
And for those who do not remember, Cavendish used his famous Orianna to take down Vertebrae and the Boners in Game 3 of the semifinals.
Yeah.
That is an Orianna to be feared.
He knows how to play from behind on that Orianna because he knows how to position himself, and he knows how to utilize the ball in a way that keeps both his teammates safe, and especially with Jarvan. When paired with Jarvan, Cavendish's Orianna is to be feared.
Yeah, in team fights, you'll see Cavendish just kind of leave the ball sitting next to the carries of the other team, and the moment they take a step too close to it, that ultimate will pop off.
So right now we see Sarah Cruz taking the Maokai in the jungle, with Illegal Jesus taking the Cho'Gath top, an adaptation from the first game in which Sarah Cruz took the Cho'Gath jungle. What do you think about that? What do you think the difference is between those two champions?
I'm actually more of a fan of the Cho'Gath top lane. He's able to... I think he uses the gold more effectively than Maokai with his health stacking, becoming a much beefier tank, whereas Maokai is more about his CC and lockdown. So I like the Cho'Gath in the top lane compared to the Cho'Gath in the jungle.
I would agree with that.
He still has the ultimate available to secure objectives, whether he's in the top lane or the jungle.
Yeah, and he also has the teleport to help him get to those objectives or to get out and get back to his lane. I'm assuming he does. I don't know. My client's like always bugged, and I can't see the summoner spells on the right. Is yours bugged like that?
Yeah, I think it's a spectator bug. I don't think anyone can see him.
Okay, well, you think for as many months as that's been happening,
Yeah,
Rico
Riot
would get the hit and give us some little help out, but nobody uses spectator, so.
Yep, we are the lone users of spectator, it would seem.
ADQ. Okay, let's see here. Chat says, "What's the series right now?" I left the stream, and when I came back, they're still in Champion Select, Jam Select Simulator 2017, lunchtime 420. I like this guy. I'd like to bring him in as a. Oh my goodness, AD. Okay, just got the 2 fixed.
No, nobody saw that one.
Nobody saw anything. I have no idea what you're talking about. Yerkson came in and called a soul bug, so we had to remake 10 times. That's true. That's true. AD Cuties using my ideas against the BAM, who I told to take Orianna. Yeah, maybe they were listening to your stream, to the stream whenever you were talking. Real quick, before we move on any further, just want to give a quick plug to the Discord. If those of you guys watching aren't already in our Discord, the link is in the comment, or not the comments, the
description for
the description. Thank
Twitch
you.
channel. Yeah.
Go ahead and give that a click. Once you get in there, drop in some information in the welcome. Everything you need is posted in official links. Everything you need to post is in there. We're constantly taking new people, making new teams, growing our community. So if you are interested, like I said, description, go ahead and click that.
Yeah, we'll get you sorted on a team. We got our new season starting up in just a couple of days.
So, and even if you're an individual, you don't have a team yet, we're pretty good about getting people together to form a team together.
We had about 5 new teams form in the past week, so had a whole new division created for our Pearl League.
I got my people watching. Tails is bringing in
the new fresh blood.
Yeah. Okay, well, let's see here. We got 25 seconds here. What do you want to talk about? We have 25 seconds.
One thing I do want to mention is that Where's the Fun is now on the Talia, and he's going to be forced to roam and help his team out if he gets a lead. In the past 2 games, he was on the Corki and the Ahri, who should be roaming. We didn't see it as much as we would have liked, but this Talia, you have the ultimate, you have the Caitlyn, who's going to have the range advantage to the bot lane. I want to see a gank down there.
Why is there spectator delay? Well, you see, it's probably to counteract this here, so that whenever somebody's watching, they can't tell
the other team. Yeah.
Are. But I mean, I agree. Spectator is kind of a lame initiative, but it is a necessary evil that Riot has constructed for its glorious game that we call League of Legends.
And we know that the Bamboozlers, especially Sarah Cruz, he's a dirty scumbag. He would be watching the stream if it was at the same time as the game, and telling his team where the jungler was, etc. So.
Yeah, he's got 3 monitors set up. Okay, in the center he's got the game, right. On the right side he's got the stream feeding information to his team, and on the left he's got our Discord brought up. So if anybody leaves the Discord to join another voice server, he's alerting them. That's a disqualification. That's a point in favor of the Bamboozlers. They're not afraid to put you down in that aspect. Looks like things are about to get underway here. We've got Oh, the blank screen that starts off every spectator. This gray abyss that is the
Okay,
Summoner's
I'm in
Rift.
now. I'm at 5 seconds.
Yep, that's what I'm at.
Sweet.
And Garen and the pact has been made between Han and King. I can't tell you how many times I play with a Kindred and she bonds me,
Or a
and
Callista?
I think I lag out. Yeah, Callista, excuse me.
Yeah, 'cause you
And
can't
I
move.
think I lag out because I can't move.
I love that Talia skin. On the snowmobile.
The base one?
Oh, is that the base skin?
Yeah, that's base skin.
Oh, I thought the Caitlyn next to her was Talia riding on something. I was like, that looks so cool.
Rito, please.
Rito.
Give us a Pulse Fire Talia skin.
That would be
Give us-
sick.
Give us what we want. We want Beekeeper Singed, and we want Pulse Fire Caitlyn.
Wait, so Beekeeper Singe just lets bees out instead of poison?
I guess it's a skin that nobody wanted, but everyone will use.
I don't even play Singe, but I would buy it instantly. Come on,
Yes,
Rito.
yes. I mean, that is a classic skin. Then you got Pizza Delivery Woman Sivir. Is that a skin yet?
Not yet.
Yeah, she just throws the pizza boxes out like, "Hooah." Yep.
Okay, we have some pretty standard items this game compared to usual. No relic shields on the AD carries in the bot lane. No Doran shields. Just straight damage.
So what do you think the exciting lane to watch is going to be this game?
At level 6, I want to see that KingGoldChainz and Han combo. That is going to be absolutely disgusting. Throw the Alistar in for the knockup, he pulverizes, gets another knockup, and then he can knock them whatever direction he chooses.
Yeah, I would agree. I think bot lane is going to be the story again this game, not because of GoldChainz being a god, but because of, like you said, the amount of CC that's coming out of Callista and Alistar. Just being able to punish almost any and all mistakes made by the enemy. The only thing is getting to that level 6 is going to be rough with this Bard. Throws out the first Q and misses, but that's okay, it's a zoning Q. GoldChainz is dancing around, adding up his spears on these minions. NyQuil looking to get a little bit of poke down on Han before level 2. Alistar is very potent as a level 2 engager. The level 2 power spike meme made by I'm a Cutie Pie, definitely relevant here. GoldChainz goes down to about 260 health. He gets ignited, gets healed through the ignite, has to use his heal, and is down to about 80 health. Top lane, we have Pudgemeister going to spinning to win against Illegal Jesus, is down to about 250 health, but Illegal Jesus is looking to push him out.
Yeah, I like this matchup a lot better. Like I mentioned, the Shogath top lane, it was actually what I thought they were going to do with it in game 1, rather than put it in the jungle, but Garen can't do much against Shogath. He also has sustain killing these minions.
Yeah, and like, yeah, it's a poke war, but in favor of Cho'Gath because he gets health off of every minion versus having to sit behind the... Oh, where's the fun? Getting caught out by Kennuy. Where's the fun is going to fall. Oh, he has heal. He baited me. Oh, he turns it around on Cavendish with
great
the
trade.
Tectonic Rupture. And suddenly, Cavendish is left worse for the wear as well. I did not realize he had heal. I would have been baited so hard.
We've consistently seen Where's the Fun with the outplays against Cavendish this game. Just able to keep his flash and bring Cavendish to low HP.
Sarah Cruz has snuck in here, and they don't know it. Han goes in and is rooted. The Jarvan of Kenny, I don't know why I said Kenny you before. The Jarvan of Kenny comes in, but is left to walk away. And after all is said and done, Alistar is the only one that takes any real damage. Top lane, we have Pudgemeister spinning. We needed to give Tiny Tally a break because he was spinning a little bit too much, got a little dizzy, but that's okay. We got another Beyblade in here. Pudgemaster looking to run at Illegal Jesus.
Baits the rupture.
The most uninteresting lane ever. Dayquil and NyQuil showing what it means to be counterintuitive with your medicine choices. Between this poke comp against the heavy engage comp, showing a lot of strength. Hopefully they can translate that into some early leads and keep GoldChainz from going down. Han jumps in though, and the stun goes down onto Han. Dayquil getting some stacks of that rend. KingGoldChainz pops
good trade
in
there.
and yeah,
Yeah, it comes out about even.
Yeah, so NyQuil doing his best to defend his AD carry. GoldChainz looking to
Kenny coming
get
in.
that cannon, and Dayquil, oh, Han goes in, Dayquil is caught. The stun on King is crucial because here comes Kenny. NyQuil gets put, flashes into the portal, and he is out. Illegal Jesus is going down to about 200 health top lane.
Yeah, Legal Jesus and Pudgemeister both not CSing extremely well, but especially Legal Jesus being held down a bit.
I didn't even notice that. They are 10 CS behind in a lane that they should be poking down heavily. KingGoldChainz showing why he is, like I said before, I would say the best AD carry in our tournament, showing that he is consistent and able to withstand pressure despite having used that heal earlier, which is now back up, by the way. Illegal Jesus is going to be able to farm most of these minions under tower, and we should be good to go. Yep, look at this. He's
look at him go.
Minion.
And Syracuse poking his head in the bot lane, just warning them to back off before he roots onto them. So they're going to back off to base and pick up some attack speed boost for Kalista. Pretty good first buy for Kalista specifically.
And if you're Illegal Jesus, how bored are you against this Garen pick? How frustrating is it to constantly have to go up against a Garen?
It's probably, honestly, probably boring, but also you get to know kind of the Garen playstyle and what you can do to play around it in lane to win those little trades at least.
Oh, that would make sense. Oh, we have a NyQuil roam here on Cavendish. He gets the slow off, and he...
Oh my god!
By Cavendish! What an outplay! The shockwave, okay, we have Syracuse flashes in, uses the grasping root. Where's the fun is throwing Qs on top of his already distorted ground. Cavendish uses his heal, and where's the fun flashes in for the Q and destroys Cavendish's life. However, Cavendish with that
the
flash
first blood
ulti,
that was insane.
That was so good. NyQuil is... What happened? You just don't expect that.
Yeah, now KingGoldChainz and Han can threaten the dive here. But he does have Syracuse coming in for support.
And also, where's the fun looking to go bot lane as well? Trying to make some plays here, finally, once he's ahead. Again, he is... Oh, he's not ahead, they're tied. But, getting to the point where he can get ahead. Where's the fun does have heal versus Cavendish has no summoners at all. Syracuse burned the flash to get into there and make the play happen. However, if I'm Syracuse, I'm looking to try and make another play happen mid.
Yeah, definitely. That no summoner spells Orianna. You know that you have the lockdown with its Leah, with the Maokai. Not too difficult of a gank if you can get the vision set up.
And with nothing but simply farm advantages, we have a 700 gold lead in favor of AD Cuties, progressing into the 8-minute mark, just showing that they're much stronger farmers than their opponents. Syracuse, though, coming in on a ward. We have, let's see here, Syracuse is looking to... Oh, don't kill the Wisp. The Wisp is not long for the world. Pudgemaster spinning around. The Beyblade is charged and ready to go. Illegal Jesus is just retaliating by killing minions, actually. He's not even fighting back at this point. He's just killing the minions, hoping that he will outscale and be more relevant than his opponent. Has the feast up, hasn't consumed a minion yet. Not sure if he's waiting to... Oh, we have... Where's the fun? Looking to cut off GoldChainz.
Ooh, gets the flash.
The Syracuse ulti gets Han. KingGoldChainz is caught out here, but he's going to be able to retreat to the mid lane with the support of the Orianna and get out well. Something I hadn't considered. Bard can stun somebody to the Talia wall.
Yeah,
I suppose that is a much stronger comp than I had thought about.
That's definitely something to keep in mind for the future, if you know what I'm saying.
I hope that they're able to pull it out. I hope that NyQuil and Where's the Fun have as much synergy as NyQuil and Dayquil. But we'll see. For now, the stun lands onto KingGoldChainz. They don't know that Jarvan is here, though. KingGoldChainz drops to about 100 health, heals, but is blown up by Kalista. The Ren stacks and the Cataclysm destroy NyQuil. Dayquil is trying to fight back, but is getting poked down at this point. GoldChainz sitting about 200 health, and Maokai is looking to try and make a play. 1,500 gold behind now at this point. Syracuse,
ooh, Shockwave goes
just
wide.
outside of the Shockwave. Would have been an awesome play had they made it work. Cavendish on this Orianna with his not afraid to expend his ultimate to make a big play, and if it doesn't work out, it's not that big of a deal because he's not that threatened mid lane.
He does have the Fiendish Codex and the Blue Buff as well. Gonna have about 30% CDR, so not too worried. You can see Shockwave's cooldown already 25% past.
Yeah, and especially because of the fact that they burned Cavendish's flash and heal earlier, they really haven't shown any additional attention to this lane. As a mid laner, that's really frustrating whenever you know that your opponent is behind in summoner spells, but you can't punish it because you're not getting any assistance. I think at this point, you know, you have another probably about 60 seconds on that flash. You bring Maokai mid, whose flash is going to be up sooner because of the mastery, and you try and make a play on him.
Yeah, you can see that Syracuse here has just been putting all his attention bot lane since that incident, trying to keep KingGoldChainz down. And it's hard to blame him when we saw what KingGoldChainz has done to this team in the past 2 games.
Yeah, and unfortunately it's not working. I mean, how many times has he ganked so far? And GoldChainz is 1-0 right now. And another big issue is Jarvan now has almost 22 farm-ish, just doing quick math in my head. 22 or 23 farm ahead of Syracuse. Oh, the stun lands onto KingGoldChainz. The trap does not land, however, and KingGoldChainz drops to about 400 health.
Yeah, that Callista is going to be very squishy and susceptible in the early stages before she gets a few items completed.
Unfortunately, Callista, much like any other hyper carry, even though she's not overly a hyper carry, she's terrifying because of the way she dances around team fights.
Exactly.
They don't really have anything other than the Twisted Advance to lock her down reliably. And once he's in there, Maokai that is, once he's in there, if they don't have a way to follow up, he's dead meat. You can't do anything to counter that.
Yeah, especially with how far behind he's getting in farm. He's not going to be able to get tanky for quite a while.
Fortunately for him, he's leveled out the level. He's balanced out in levels compared to Kenny, who is now taking the Scuttle Crab. I would assume that Kenny is about a half of a level head. Where's the fun going in the Cataclysm? He gets knocked out, but flashes away. That was a good knockout of the Cataclysm. Good heads-up play, and we have Dayquil getting knocked out.
Tempered Fate lands on KingGoldChainz.
Tempered Fate lands on King, and they stun him. Where's the trap? Where's the trap? King! Okay, King goes
There it
down.
goes.
We have a finally, King himself is slain.
He is dethroned.
And Dayquil and Nyquil are looking to get some pressure on this lane. Never mind, they're looking to rotate mid. Okay, I'm a liar. We have top lane.
Ooh, Kenny headed bottom.
Waves. Kenny is looking to head bottom. They know that Bard is there.
Oh, they're looking to dive Han
the
Han.
ultimate, and they're trying to give it over to Caitlyn, but he's not available. And he's actually going to get away because they try and get the kill over. And now
Pudgemeister is
very
coming.
caught out. Oh, the flash into the grass. So good. Oh, and it's so hard to land the portal into the tower whenever you want to right click.
And they want this one more hit on the tower.
Silence.
Oh,
and
no.
the tower is going to live. Illegal Jesus is running away. Pudgemaster is trying to chase. Cavendish is knocked up. And
here comes Where's the Fun?
The re-engage. Oh, the Talia, or the Rupture, excuse me, blocks out. Dayquil is fighting, and he gets Demacian Justice. Where's the Fun is throwing Q after Q at Pudgemaster, who is going to drop as well. Syracuse is fighting valiantly. Cavendish is limping away. GoldChainz has actually rejoined this fight. He is, he's hit by the Talia, the flash on the Tectonic Distortion. And after all is said and done, we have a 2 for 2, 3 for 2.
When KingGoldChainz died twice in that extended team fight, he started off with his death, and then he died again when he respawned. And it looks like we're still going.
Where's the Fun? Might be caught out here. Do you have ulti, my friend? Okay, he's trying to get. He's just not logged for this world. Yep, he might. Oh no, retribution kill. One thing I want to point out from that last fight that I kind of missed was Cavendish got the flank from Tri. Tried to flash, and as soon as he flashed, Illegal Jesus got, a huge silence onto him, so he flashed but could not use his, the shockwave, which would have, at the time, hit 3 different people, and probably would have turned the fight for AD Cuties, so a huge heads-up play from Illegal Jesus.
And we have Syracuse looking bot once again. Tempered
Cruz
Fate
flashes
misses.
in. The Tempered Fate misses, but zones out very strongly. Kenny coming in with about half health. The roots are coming down. The Cataclysm is dropped onto Cruz, who is fighting, and Kenny is going to go down. No, he's not, because they don't hit the Peacemaker. Top lane, we have some bickering between the two brothers. I'm tired of this! No, I'm tired of this! And they don't actually do anything other than trade health bars and walk away.
So where's the fun in that extended team fight? Did come out with 3 kills total. So he's going to have, once again, most of the gold on his team, and we're going to live for him to use it.
Hopefully on this Talia, a champion that is literally designed to roam, he's willing to make more of an impact in the bot lane. So far, this series has been top lane, as it typically is, left on an island. Both teams agreeing that top lane can function for itself. There's no need to do anything different there. Both teams having confidence in their respective top laner to be able to be relevant.
And the X-Dayquil here, this game has a much better chance to deal vicious damage than they had in previous games. Caitlyn recently been buffed to have better attack speed scaling and more towards that hyper carry that you think of when you think of a hyper carry.
Cruz takes the blue buff. Lol, just kidding. I knew that was red buff. Okay. And Cavendish is going to be taking this blue buff as well, rotating mid. Looks like they're clearing vision of the Rift Herald, but Rift Herald hasn't actually been a contested objective in this game.
Yeah, not really any fights breaking out over it. Yeah, mostly fights going out around turrets this series.
Han maybe caught out a little bit here. Doesn't actually burn the flash yet. The Leah is looking to poke down with her Q. Let me see what that Q is called. It is called Threaded Volley. Okay, I would have never guessed that. Threaded Volley looking to come up clutch. Han has to... Oh, okay.
Oh, guess the blast cone.
Yeah, I thought that was the other jungler coming in already.
Oh, no smite.
Doesn't smite, so that was a risky play. Dayquil uses his ultimate to force Han back, and it looks like they're going to be trying to make a play for this mid lane tower. Cavendish uses his distortion to hopefully poke them down, but Dayquil is shoving this lane into tower.
And this is much better from Bamboozle than what we've been seeing in previous games. They got the advantageous matchup in bot lane, they got the tower, and now they're forcing mid.
Oh, they don't respect the shockwave, which destroys the Bard, and now Dayquil is trying to fight back. Kenny misses the Cataclysm onto Dayquil and ends up dying because he misses it. Cruz is coming up big with his lockdowns, and the minefield will slow Cavendish just long enough to get Dayquil out. She's trying to fight back with that threaded volley. Punch Master and Jesus, this has been a snooze fest. Get your pillows and get your
the Righteous Glory is popped
anywhere.
Just for that slow, but unable to lock him down really. I would be careful on the side of Pudgemeister.
Illegal Jesus!
The flash
damage perfectly. Feast. Flash feast. Oh, KingGoldChainz gets knocked back, loses about half of his health bar for that trade. Cavendish is, oh my goodness, Dayquil. The flash comes out of
the bait from Dayquil.
Great Bard ultimate. And KingGoldChainz is caught in the front line. So is Han. It doesn't seem like they're playing this combo very well right now. Cruz, the flash, and they...
another shockwave!
Shockwave is massive. Kenny is looking to fight, but he doesn't have his Cataclysm just yet. The wall zones them off, but she doesn't actually ride it. And health bars are blinking across the board. Here comes Aaron.
On
He's
a trap.
Looking to make a huge play, but he gets stunned by the trap. And no further damage is going to be taking place. The distortions. What is the shockwaves are massive this fight. Oh, Cavendish, watch yourself. He gets knocked back, and the Q. My goodness.
Cavendish outplays. Where's the fun?
With the happy dancing feet, dude. Sidesteps that threaded volley skill after skill. Where's the fun? Is probably cursing up a storm right now. That is so sad for him.
And Nyquil just had to watch on in silence as his mid laner was outplayed.
Yeah, and they have vision of him backing, but they don't. Okay, they do stop it. Caitlyn is in range, but does not have her ultimate. And at this point, I feel like Illegal Jesus has overtaken the Garen in terms of usefulness. Cavendish has not been able to back yet. Kenny is looking for the side engage. He does. He gets the flag and drag, but he gets blown up.
He gets
before he
obliterated.
Cataclysm.
Dayquil's damage is ridiculous
Center
at
Cruz
this
ultimate
stage.
comes in, but he gets rooted, and the Piltover Peacemaker is big. Dayquil, living with a quarter of his health from the shockwave, is still able to take this tower. And finally, after 2 games, Bamboozle showing signs of life, up 2k gold, approximately 2k gold at this point in the game. NyQuil looking to get he gets the stun onto Han, but Han is made of steel. He's not likely going anywhere.
And KingGoldChainz there put on bot lane duty, just pushing waves and getting the tower, while Dayquil is walking all over AD Cuties, just dealing massive amounts of damage.
I thought NyQuil was going to get caught out there. The way that Pudge Master was coming in, he's got the justice, man. The justice is not kind to the homeless.
Pudgemeister is a more mild Garen player than Tiny Tally, it would seem.
Yeah, definitely showing why Tiny Tally is the starter and why Pudge is the support. Not that Pudge is doing badly, but Pudge seems to have, Tiny Tally seems to have more of an understanding of the champion than Pudge does.
Yeah. And one thing to mention is the Talia, the minefield, the E, able to stop Callista from bouncing around when that's placed on top of her.
They use the wall to try and save mid lane tower, and Where's the Fun successfully does it. Oh, an important item pickup here. Kenny gets the crown. What is
the
that?
Knight's Vow.
Thank you. For KingGoldChainz. A huge pickup here, especially because KingGoldChainz, for the first time in the series, is not ahead. He's playing from behind. He doesn't have 8 kills by the 25-minute mark.
Yeah, let's take a quick look at the gold here. You can see that Dayquil is ahead about 1,200, which is the advantage that we saw completely opposite for KingGoldChainz last game.
And I think that it has to do with the fact that, you know, he got his lane bull. Oh, the Tempered Fate comes out and goes wide. Cavendish does sidestep it well. Han gets stunned, but no additional casualties will. Oh, the Shockwave comes in and Dayquil gets stopped by the Cataclysm. He's down. Han is in the back, but gets called back by the Fate's call. Han gets the. Oh, Jarvan is just going off with his Qs. Now this Callista is popping off, and Jarvan goes in to finish the kill. Jarvan with the triple kill. Of all champions to get the kills, Jarvan comes out with them. Cavendish again, showing so much strength on this pick, and Pudge might actually die here to another consume. Gets silenced, but is not able to die. And Han here, living with about 100 health, is able to help his team take the tower and probably take 2. Cavendish just pushing the wave. The rest of them taking the tower. It looks like Dragon's up in 15 seconds. They can rotate to that if they want to. Looks like they are. And yeah, this is AD Cuties strangling like the game back again. It just when it seemed like Bamboozle was getting an advantage, King and the rest of his squad with Kenny, actually of all champions, J4. Kenny on this J4 coming up huge with that triple kill.
And the way they were able to do that was by taking out Dayquil. Kenny able to get onto him early on.
The shockwave is big, but Cavendish gets eaten alive by Where's the Fun. The tecton. What I need to know what that skill is called too. The seismic shove. Okay, so it's not tectonic distortion. That's another skill. Seismic shove eats Cavendish alive so that Dayquil can push him out of lane. Dayquil is 5, 2, and 4. Finally showing up on this pick. They use the wall to block out the retribution from the tower, and suddenly we're back almost even. We're at 1k ahead for Team AD Cuties.
This lead from Dayquil is going to be huge. If he's able to keep himself safe from the Jarvan and the Shockwave, he'll be able to just keep auto-attacking with his attack speed and with his crit and just deal massive amounts of damage.
We have a strong rotation into the top lane. And it looks like Pudge Master is going to be forced out. Han looks like he's going to. Han flashes in, gets the flash hold, and the distortion is huge from the Jarvan gets consumed by Pudge Master, and everyone is just. I can't even keep up. The shockwave is massive.
Oh, once again.
Tiny Tally. That's not even Tiny Tally, that's Pudge Master. He's just running them down like Tiny Tally would. Tiny Tally is so proud of you, Pudge Master. Keep going, Pudge Master. And there's the ace from Pudge Master. I believe that's a triple kill for Pudge Master, and AD Cuties just showing that they are the superior team fight coordinating team.
And Go
Sorry,
ahead.
go ahead.
Oh, I've said we've seen this story before. We saw this exact story in Game 3 of Vertebrae Series. Cavendish coming up with these shockwaves, turning every single team fight, is completely unable to respond on the side of Bamboozle.
And it's so important to note the fact that each player on this team is making plays for their respective role. Between Han with the flash
engage
there, yeah, and then you have Cavendish at the beginning of the game with the flash ultimate on NyQuil. Everybody just coming together, doing the lifting evenly for AD Cuties this game, because KingGoldChainz isn't falling on his face, but isn't the carry that he was in games 1 and 2. The rest of the team is stepping up and helping him out.
Yeah, Kennuy on this Jarvan just absolutely massive. Not even building damage, just built completely tank, but still coming up huge for his team in these team fights.
Yeah, and that's the thing. He doesn't have damage, but he came up with a triple kill out of nowhere on that mid lane fight where they got 2 towers. KingGoldChainz is putting out the damage so that he can get these kills onto his team. They might not be going on the way that they want, but a kill is a kill nonetheless, and an objective is an objective.
And it always looks so good for Bamboozle at the beginning of these fights, but then the CC comes through, the shockwave comes through, and it just turns completely on its head.
Yeah, and it seems like that's been the story of the series. It seems like Bamboozle gets ahead and kills early, like 1 or 2 kills early, and then AD Cuties levels themselves out and begins to play reactionary, which they've showed a strong prowess for across this tournament. They're a very strong reactive team. Even though the first comp they drafted was a heavy engage team fight starting comp, they've been playing very reactionary, and it's working really well for them.
There is still hope on the side of Bamboozle with your Fed Caitlyn.
Oh! They get the pick off on this the KingGoldChainz, but he flashes back. Syracuse is tunneling to try and get him, but they peel back so well for this Kalista, and Kalista finally gets to reset. Dayquil does not have the damage to fight back, and Syracuse unfortunately walked way too far forward, trying to get there. There's the flash pulverize, and the dunk onto Dayquil.
Shockwave misses, but it doesn't matter. AD Cuties running over Bamboozle. Now running into the base of Bamboozle, trying to cap Illegal Jesus. Illegal Jesus goes down, and NyQuil goes down to Cavendish, and that will be the ace. They're now going to have free time with the base here of Bamboozle. Likely going to get this inhibitor as well. Syracuse unable to stop them. Meanwhile, Cavendish pushes the bot lane, and Pudgemeister moves up top to pressure. Looks like Band is disappeared. If you can hear me, Band, we cannot hear you. So that's a mid lane inhibitor that went down. Bot lane about to go down as well. Syracuse engage is on, but it looks like they will be able to get Han. No, they won't. They lose Syracuse. Shockwave comes out once again. Obliterates Dayquil. And with blinking health bars, AD Cuties retreats. They will lose their support Han, but meanwhile Pudgemeister just taking the top lane tower, taking the top lane inhibitor. And the base of Bamboozle is left in shambles. Illegal Jesus doing what he can, but Pudgemeister just ignoring him.
Can you hear me?
Yep, you're back on.
Okay. So where do we go from here?
Alright, we just lost all 3 inhibitors on the side of Bamboozle. You're pretty much stuck on wave clear duty for the next 5 to 6 minutes. You're going to lose your jungle, you're going to lose map pressure. And if you leave your base, those minions are going to flood in.
I think that at this point it's obviously AD Cuties' game to lose. They don't have the opportunity to take Baron yet. Or I shouldn't say yet, it's already been taken. Pudgemaster's going in, trying to find the kill on Dayquil. He gets stunned up by the Bard, but no real damage is coming through. Kalista gets the dragon, and cats are flying in, and Garen flashes on top of Caitlyn. Caitlyn flashes the Shockwave, which was a huge flash, and there is the Tempered Fate, excuse me. Cavendish flashes in and is dunked.
Oh, dunk
Dangler
master.
is dunked, and Syracuse is locked in the cage with the rest of them. Illegal Jesus uses his silence to get keep him from going off. They're diving the tower after this Illegal Jesus on this Cho'Gath. He is so strong, but he cannot withstand so much punishment. The Demacian Justice comes down.
Just a disrespectful finish.
With this, it is likely that AD Cuties will be taking Game 3, and even a clean 3-0 for the championship. And Season 2 belongs to AD Cuties. The Guardian Angel actually coming up for KingGoldChainz. The kill from Where's the Fun onto Han.
Minions flooding into the base. There's no hope here.
There is no hope, and with that,
Bamboozle can only
game.
watch as their Nexus dies to minions.
And Bamboozle falls 0-3 over Team AD Cuties. With Garen in the back line, I don't know if anybody noticed there, Garen's doing one-handed push-ups, or handstand push-ups, whatever they're called.
Yeah, the dance from Garen there are coming in huge.
Yeah, definitely a lot of disrespect coming out of that champion.
And the score lines here for Bamboozle, not even too terrible compared to what we saw in games 1 and 2. They put up a decent fight in game 3, but unfortunately the wombo there from the Jarvan and Orianna and the Alistar was just too much for them to counter.
Yeah, it seemed like Team Bamboozle was able to get early advantages in every single game, and they just weren't able to keep it throughout the rest of the game. They couldn't find areas to keep themselves relevant compared to AD Cuties, who were willing to rotate for objectives earlier. They were willing to make the proactive plays first, even though they were behind. And through superior communication and team fighting mechanics, they were able to outplay.
And Cavendish told us after semifinals that Orianna was his favorite champion, and here he is in game 3, dealing the most damage in the entire game, 37,000 damage. Absolutely insane numbers coming out from him. Shockwaving 3 to 4 to even 5 members in these team fights every single time.
Well, with that, you go ahead, talk to Tails, get his perspective. I am going to take off. I've got some paperwork to finish for the evening. It has been fun, my friend. Season 2 falls to AD Cuties, and Bamboozle coming up just short. Season 3 starts tomorrow, I believe, and with that, I wish you a fond farewell.
Alright, see you, band. Thanks for joining me here, and I will see you soon. Alright, so now with that, we're going to go ahead and jump into... Actually, Tails, can you go ahead and I'll jump into the analyst desk with you, and then we'll see if we can get some interviews. Are you here, Tails? I think you're muted.
I'm here.
Okay. So,
Yeah.
you want to go ahead and start giving your take on that while we look for interviewers?
Oh boy. Whew. That was possibly the best game of the series. And it hurts me to know that's the last game of the series. Because Bamboozle was bringing it back, baby. Bamboozle was actually taking the initiative. Where's the fun, my guy? You're doing so well. Oh boy, but no, congrats to AD Cuties. Just an amazing team play. Just always protecting KingGoldChainz. Like, that's basically their entire style of gameplay. Protect the carry. Like, I have literally nothing else to say. And if it comes to protecting the AD carry, they can do it. They are the best team in the league. Do they have the best AD carry in the league? Abso-freaking-lutely. They are literally the pinnacle of this league. I would not even be concerned about saying that they are the SKT of this league. They are the team to beat now, because this is technically the second time that they have won against these group of teams. First against Vertebrae and the Voters, this time against Bamboozle, favorites to take them out, and they did it almost. For them, it looked like any other. I probably felt like any other game they played against any of these teams. It was disgusting, and I have to be surprised. Like, the difference in skill between these two teams was evident. It was obvious, and that's scary. That's scary because AD Cuties dispatched almost every single team the same way, with the same speed, the same tenacity, and just overall power. and they did not drop a single game.
Well, they did lose drop 1 to Vertiba and the Boners in the semifinals.
Yeah, but they did not drop a single
not
game
in the series, though. Yeah,
not in the series. A series that people thought might have gone to 4 or 5 games.
Yeah, definitely.
Some people were saying
Game 3 being the closest ones. Game 1 and 2 being more quick paced and ending quickly, but Game 3
Game 2 was a nasty just stop.
Yeah.
Game 3 was possibly the closest game I've ever seen AD Cuties have besides the VATB series overall. Just a monster in lane. KingGoldChainz, I have to, if we're giving out an MVP for this series or for this playoffs, I have to give it to KingGoldChainz. He's been a monster this entire playoffs, and I have to give it to him. If we're gonna have MVP votes from these streams, from us streamers and casters, I'm giving mine to KingGoldChainz because he is a absolute beast of an AD carry.
Yeah, I would definitely agree. KingGoldChainz showing his technical prowess all 3 games of the series, coming back when Callisto went down. But
I hope I can ask this guy some questions in a minute because, and his whole team actually, because that team is just a monster. It's an unstoppable force that you just cannot cut. You can cut them, you can make them bleed, but they're practically still gods.
We're gonna go ahead and move over into the interview lounge now.
Absolutely.
We've got some people waiting. Hey guys.
Hey guys.
Hey guys.
Hello.
All right, you guys want to introduce yourselves? Let us know who we have here.
All right, it's me, Ori player here. By the way.
All right, we got ADC Cavendish. We got Kenny, I believe, as well.
Yes. And KingGoldChainz.
And KingGoldChainz, the man
himself,
the man of the hour. All right, so why don't you start us off and walk us through what you were thinking about going into picks and bans. You guys had the same 5 bans all 3 games. What were you thinking about that?
Well, I kind of looked over their OP.GGs and it kind of seemed like it looked like their gold value was a little bit mid-centric, so we kind of tried to target ban the mid laner the majority of the way. So that's how our picks and bans went through for the first 3 bans, and then we kind of considered top lane for the last one, I believe. And then the last 2 bans were just meta picks that like we didn't want them to have overall.
And how about switching to Pudgemeister in Game 3 and keeping him on the Garen? That was pretty interesting.
We just wanted to commemorate
our boss player.
Yeah, we were just commemorating Tiny Tally.
Yes.
First off, I have to ask you guys, how are you guys feeling coming into this series? Because you guys looked absolutely confident. You guys had no fear in any of your fights, any of your engages, and you guys looked really solid. Yeah, you had some blunders in the beginning of the matches, but overall, your mid-game to late-game overall team play is phenomenal. How do you guys just like mentally prepare yourselves for this? Oh, no, nothing.
Well, we didn't really, as you can tell, we didn't really scrim with anyone whatsoever during the entire series.
Yes.
You can kind of assume that we kind of just went in.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes, we just
You guys
came in.
didn't even prep for
We
it
do.
the day before.
We did prep for like some normals
prepped.
like together, but like when it came to like forming team comms, if you were like considered that or like any objective control, no, we were just going along the way.
You guys are just playing the game at this point.
Essentially.
Yeah.
Jesus. All right. So this question for KingGoldChainz, my man. If there is an MVP vote, you have my vote because you were disgusting all 3 games. Your mechanics are top notch. I would actually rate you. What rank are you?
Like plat 4, I think. Plat 5.
Plat 5?
Yeah.
Bullshit. I have people that I've helped in Diamond, and you would obliterate them in lane. You're way beyond your own skill, like your own elo. And I props to you, man. You were insane. All your flashes, your escapes, and I have to credit your team. They peeled for you like I have never seen a team peel before.
Yeah, it's definitely like it's not all me. I do the damage, but they peel me, and it matters a lot.
They literally throw themselves at the enemy to make sure you get out with like a sliver of health, and I applaud them for that, for keeping you at all times as a very terrifying threat on your team. And but honestly, if there's an MVP vote, I'm giving it to you because you played your heart out all those 3 games. You were the carry for games 1 and 2, and massive credit to your team for always keeping you alive, always playing around you, and having so much faith in you to carry and not, have a terrible fight and lose the game. That's a lot to bear, honestly. So, kudos to you guys. You guys did really well, and you guys beat a team that a lot of people were saying that were going to give you an extremely hard time. You guys 3-0 them. So that's an accomplishment, I have nothing else really to say because I'm still kind of overwhelmed by the fact that it was a 3-0.
I got one more question for you guys. So in game 3, you guys were up against Dayquil's Caitlyn, who happened to get pretty fed in the early game. Ended up about 5 kills up on GoldChainz. What were you guys thinking about heading into this team fights?
Orianna will carry.
To be honest, if I were to provide input for that, yes, the Orianna ulti was actually pretty essential, but we kind of tried to deny their entire siege because they actually had some pretty sufficient wave clear with Caitlyn and Talia. So team fights were what we were trying to look for.
Yeah, that shockwave as well, that one on top lane, that's basically what changed the entire momentum of the game.
Yeah.
So massive credit to you on that one as well, Cavendish. Those Orianna ults seriously make mine look terrible. That's a 4K elo ult right there. So,
Classic.
just amazing. And your ball positioning. Everything I've noticed about your Orianna play is that your ball is never exactly on top of anyone. You're always aiming for not for a complete delete of a carry, but for basically the upset of a team. You're trying to always grab as many players as you can. And most people don't do that on Orianna, especially in most mid laners right now, and solo queue, silver, gold, plat. They usually try to delete the carries instantly with a QWR shockwave, back to yourself with your E, and delete the carry. But you're always looking for a team ult, and that's massive, dude. That's crazy. So massive props for you for always keeping track of how many people are on that ball and knowing what that range is. So props for you on that massive ult top lane.
All right. Well, congratulations to AD Cuties, our Season 2 champions, taking down Vertebrae 3-0. And that is going to wrap it up for us.
That's Bamboozle.
Bamboozle.
Taking down Bamboozle. AD Cuties taking down Bamboozle. What did I say?
Vertebrae and the Boners.
Oh, still thinking about the semifinals. But yes, taking down Bamboozle 3-0 in the finals. Going to be our Season 2 champions. Going to be getting some skins coming in soon.